You know, there are a lot of dissatisfied people in this life. And there are people who are basically satisfied. And when I say satisfied, they have access to the basic essentials that would bring about that satisfaction. They're not suffering for anything that they can control. They have access, and so they're spending most of their life smiling and having fun. And for them, this is good. But that basically represents, I would say, maybe a third of the population. And 2/3 of the population are not experiencing anything like that. So you got a third of the population satisfied and 2/3 dissatisfied. What is supposed to happen? Well, what is supposed to happen is that the seed that is representative of the people and their growth in all that is life is being reflected in whatever the situation might be. If 2/3 of the people are suffering while a third isn't, there's something wrong with that population. That population is very sick. If 2/3 of the population are having their dreams met, they're excited about life as they could possibly be, and 1/3 is dissatisfied, that population is as sick as it can possibly be. Now, we have found all kinds of reasons to say that is not the case. For those who are part of the 1/3, you've justified it. For those of you who are part of the 2/3, you've justified it. But that 1/3 that's left out, if you aren't doing anything about it, you've justified it. But if it's wrong, then heaven should be on your side, because hell got one heck of a battle to fight. So I'm saying to all of us today that we find all kind of reasons for blaming all kind of people for all of the problems that we have. And what we have to learn, or what would be good to learn if we start, as far as our blaming goes, if we start with ourselves and what we are asking of others to do in pursuit of our deliverance, we ourselves must be willing to do that even before anybody else. It is absolutely required that one who is deserving of such would be responsive to those requirements. And so what I'm saying to all of us today is that, as far as I'm concerned, I want all human beings to wake up. I want all human beings to realize that we are one together. And we got all kinds of hands, we got all kinds of feet, we got all kinds of minds, we got everything working in our behalf to make sure that we have nothing to suffer for. No education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure, going to the moon, going to Mars, anything. We got all of the hands of humankind all across the globe working toward meeting whatever the demands are that we the people have as far as our requirements and satisfaction is concerned. My. What a world. What a life. What a life. And yet, we don't know too much about that life. The life that we've been taught is primed off of superiority, more deserving, more blessed, creating hatred and racism and bigotry and lying and crime and violence. All of that stuff comes from the world in which we live in today. And then I can say what I've just got through saying to you and ask the question, why is it that we would stick to the pain and suffering way as opposed to the change for something that we ourselves play a part in causing it to happen? Why do we forsake the life we say we want and embrace the life that we hate? And the only thing I can come up with is teaching. That's what we've been taught. I speak English because that's what I was taught. This crazy world we live in and the way we go through it, it's what we've been taught. We can't deny that. And, yes, we can make changes, but we got to prepare for those changes. They're not just going to happen. We got to start speaking the language. We got to start studying. We got to start pronouncing. We got to start going through the motion. And then we can have some kind of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Get on in there, lady. This is what I'm saying. And it looks good to me. So what I'm asking all of us to do, wow, that's so right there. Uh-oh. I don't know what that's for, but that's sword right there. Anyway, I don't really know what to ask all of us to do. I just know that the peace and prosperity and freedom that I dream about, that I want, would happen if we honored one another. By treating others as we want others to treat us. I don't know. I spent years in my life. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. No, I don't know. But I do conclude that what is left open to everybody else is that you can follow suit, play a part in any role that you choose, perhaps being maybe causing the pain or just ignoring the pain or going along with the pain, or standing up against the pain. Now, my experience has been that standing up against the pain brings more of the attack on. But I've also recognized and witnessed that when the attack comes, the ability to overcome has always been there. Even in times when you anticipated it, or in times when it never crossed your mind. So it seems as if there's always something miraculous happening, which is and must be always an indication to those who experience it that there is something, always something. And it is that always something that's always there for whatever the reason might be that legitimizes the actions, the legitimate actions of those who have received and are willing to give back. Well, I don't know what that means for you, but I think I'll end it there. Thank you so very much.